What's poppin', peeps? It's your boy for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with the daily readings. The first sign I see is the first sign I read. Let's get it poppin', baby, and see what we got going on for all 12 of my motherfucking zodiac signs of love. Hopefully, guys are doing fantastic. If so, let me know down in the comments down below. Links in the description box down below for my Instagram, my Twitter, and my TikTok. If y'all want to drop a follow, I would greatly appreciate that. Shout out to the notification gang. I would love to see my notification gang pull on through. As always, the first sign I see is the first sign I read, and the first sign I saw was Virgo. So let's go ahead and get it popping, and we'll see what we got going on. But hello, shout out the notification gang. Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. How are you? I hope all is going well. What's poppin', Julia? Hey Fawn. Hey Zephyr. What's going on, Carol? What's going on, everybody? What's happening? What's crack-a-lackin'? And what's poppin'? Hey Sunny D, how are you guys doing today? All right, everybody, we're gonna start out here with the zodiac of Virgo. So let's see what we got going on here for your next 24 hours. So what's gonna be popping here for the zodiac sign of Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information's rolling on in here, please, for the zodiac sign of Team Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on? All right, my beautiful Virgo peeps, let's go ahead and grab ourselves 2 more shuffles over here, and then we'll see what's popping for you. Hopefully, we're going to be looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. What do we got going on here for the Virgo gang? Virgo, overall energy for you is going to be the 7 of Wands in reverse. So you could be dealing with a fire sign like an Aries, Sag, or Leo. Having a look here at your current energy, we do have here the King of Swords, looking at what it is you're dealing with. We do have here the Queen of Cups, and then taking a look here at the outcome for Team Virgo, we're going to go ahead and take a look here at the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse position here, showing up for you. So guys, let's see what's going on. Starting out here with the overall energy to the current, 7 of Wands reversed here to the King of Swords in the upright. Automatically, Virgo, what I'm seeing here for you is you definitely feel like you're not in a space of holding back anymore. You are very expressive here. If somebody asks you a question or if somebody's being direct with you, you're not afraid to be direct back. So I definitely feel like in your next 24 hours, you're taking much more of a direct approach is what it looks like to me. Having a look at what it is you're dealing with, Queen of Cups, you're taking more of a direct approach here to a bit more of an emotional topic is what it looks like. And having a look here at the outcome, 5 of Pentacles in reverse, you know, this is the energy of listening, like, you know that there are certain things sometimes that just like happen in relationships with people where it's like there are things that are just not talked about. It's like shit that's swept under the rug, shit that's just never discussed. It's like it needs to be talked about at some time or some moment, but granted, it's been a very emotional kind of talk, or maybe it's a very emotional subject matter, so it's like things never really get talked about or brought up. It's always swept under the rug. Like, that's what I'm feeling for you, Virgo. So I feel like you're going to be having a direct conversation with somebody, despite how emotional the subject matter may be, because it's been a long time in the making of needing to clarify or clear something up or have a conversation. You know, things can be very emotionally triggering to talk about, but sometimes it's fucking necessary. And I think you're kind of at that point where it's like, we cannot keep sweeping some situation under the rug, or it's only going to spiral furthermore out of control. And that's the last thing that you're looking for here at this time. Now, you could be dealing with somebody in love, you could be dealing with a friend, you could be dealing with family, you know, even people within your workspace, but it's like as emotional of a topic as this conversation may be, shit has to be said. Things have to be talked about. And with that King of Swords coming in here for you, it's all about direct communication to the person you're dealing with and making sure that we focus on what needs to be cleared up and clarified rather than continuing to be stuck in an endless cycle where we're sweeping shit under the rug constantly and nothing is getting fixed or nothing is changing. So very interesting reading showing up here for you at this time. I just see you guys getting very direct, not really wanting to sweep things under the rug anymore and wanting to take something serious, and I don't blame you. I really don't. I think sometimes there are very, very important conversations to have, and despite how emotional those conversations may be, if they are necessary to thrive with the person you're dealing with or to tackle a problem that needs to have a solution, then it's important to make sure it gets talked about and not ignored, okay? All right, Team Virgo, starting out strong over here. Of course, do take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but Virgo, thank you guys so much for tuning in nonetheless, okay? All right, my Virgo peeps, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we started out here with the earth signs for today's daily read. We're going to go ahead and do earth, water, fire, air, jumping on into our water. Let's have a look here at the Scorpio gang. What do we got going on here for Team Scorpio, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here, please, for the zodiac sign of Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, Team Scorpio, let's get ourselves this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's going on here, man. Hopefully, all is well. Scorpio, overall energy for you is going to go ahead and be the Magician. So you could be connecting here possibly with a Virgo for a few of you. Looking at your current energy, we got here the Ace of Wands. Looking at what it is you're dealing with, we got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And then taking a look here at the outcome for you is going to go ahead and be the Two of Swords in the reverse position. So let's have a look here at the Scorpio gang. Starting out here first and foremost with the Magician here to the Ace of Wands. It does look to me like you're showing up here, Scorpio, in regards to some sort of new beginning. I definitely think you're recognizing that you're tired of being in what I would kind of call a repetitive cycle. You know, Wheel of Fortune reverse can represent repetition. So if you've been caught up in a repetitive cycle, you're ready to completely break free from that. Looking at the outcome, Two of Swords reverse, Two of Swords in the upright represents indecision, but Two of Swords reversed represents a final answer and a final choice. So I feel like for Scorpios here, you guys have a final choice you're making moving into the next 24. It's like, I'm done being involved in some sort of repetitive cycle. I'm ready here to go all into the new, baby, okay? And I love that for you. So it's that energy of moving into some brand new kind of cycle. Whether that new cycle is like, screw it, I'm moving into a better job with better pay and better hours and better environment, or I'm walking out of this toxic relationship and I'm going to go be single and let my freak fruit fly. Okay, I don't know what it is exactly your new beginning may be, but it's a lot better than where maybe you were, right? So this is the energy of getting ready to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Remember, when we get caught up in a repetitive cycle, doing the same shit is going to give you the same results. So if you're doing shit that makes you unhappy, you're going to stay unhappy, and that's the last thing you want to do, right? So with that being said here, Scorpio, really embracing some sort of new path here that I think is going to bring in a lot more of a balanced and positive energy, and you're allowing yourself to let go of the repetition and pave a way of something new. Beautiful. I like it, guys. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but whatever it is you're doing here, that's your final judgment. I'm down to embrace and go on into the new. Sweet. I like it, Scorpio. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you guys for tuning in. Of course, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but thank you for coming out, Scorps, nonetheless, okay? So we did our earth, we did our water, jumping on into the fire. Let's go ahead and have a look here at the Leo gang. What do we got going on here for Leo, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here, please, for the zodiac sign of Team Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on here for the Lion gang? One more shuffle coming in, and we'll see what's going on. Hopefully all is well. I'm seeing a situation here. This will probably resonate with like one Leo. You might be a mom, and you might not like your son's girlfriend, okay? So you might be a Leo mom, and it's kind of like that lioness energy is coming out in you, where you're not very happy with your son's girlfriend. But I think if that's the case, I'm hearing that you need to give your son's girlfriend a chance. What you might be perceiving may not actually be how she is. It might just be that fear of seeing your son go into the arms of another woman. And it might be that energy of fear in terms of seeing your son get hurt. Maybe your son got hurt in the past, and this could be one of those moments for the Leo mom who's watching this, where you might be projecting the fear of your son getting hurt and throwing all that projection onto this new girlfriend. And by you not really giving her a chance and not really trying to be accepting is what's damaging not only your relationship with your son, but it's damaging the relationship that he's in. So really specific and random message, but if you're a Leo mom out there, you got to give the girlfriend a chance and try not to project. Try to just authentically get to know this girl. And you might be surprised at how kind, caring, and good for your son she actually is. Okay? Randomest message I ever gotten in a very long time. Of course, if it's out there for somebody, I hope it helps. I know that it might be a little bit ego breaking, but it's something here that I feel is very important. Okay? This is a good woman entering this mom's son's life. Okay? Interesting. All right. Take that for whoever needs that. Nonetheless, let's hop on into it. Starting out with the overall energy for you guys, we do have here the Fool in reverse. Taking a look at your current energy, Four Swords in reverse, what it is you're dealing with. Knight of Cups in reverse, yet again, looking at the outcome, Judgment in the reverse position too. All right, Leo, we got all reversals across the board. Let's talk about it, and let's see what we got going on here for you at this time. So the Fool in reverse here to the Four of Swords reversed, this naturally tends to represent that Four of Swords reversed. I'm coming out of a period of a nap. I'm coming out of a period of quietness. I'm coming out of a period of just essentially resting. You're getting ready to get back to work is what I'm seeing for some of you. Now, Fool in reverse here is interesting. You're coming back, but you're playing things safe is what I'm hearing, Leo. So you're not getting back involved in something with a very risky attitude or an impulsive attitude. You're being as practical as you can is what it feels to me. Looking at what it is you're dealing with, Knight of Cups reversed, being very mindful of the people you associate with, and also being very mindful of what's being offered to you. You know what it looks like, Leo? I feel like you're getting out of a situation where you're moving on from something that fucked you over. Maybe someone screwed you over and it hurt and it sucked. So you're moving forward in your life with discernment. Somebody could have screwed you over in business. Somebody could have screwed you over in love. Whatever your case may be, you're just moving on in your life with literal discernment and being as discerning as you can. I get that feeling here for you where it's like, I'm not going to be so openly trusting towards other people, but I'm going to make sure that I stay focused and I'm going to play things safe, be practical, and not take major risks, especially when it comes to career. Maybe somebody got you involved in a career. Maybe it didn't work out too well for you. Maybe you feel like you probably shouldn't have listened to that kind of person. It could have put you in a rough financial spot. Maybe now you're getting back on your feet and you're saying to yourself, let me trust myself financially, not really other people. And let me make sure that I use my own discernment on what would be the best things to invest in. Some of you guys might be in that energy too. Nonetheless, though, looking at the outcome here, Judgment reversed, I think right now what you're starting to value and see, Leo, is that your own judgment is the most important thing instead of the judgment of other people. Your own judgment right now and your own value and the way that you see things should be number one priority, not necessarily taking the prioritization of what other people see as an opportunity or what other people's opinions are should not be the priority. Yours should be the priority here, right now. So I get the feeling here for Leos. It's like you might have got screwed over in the past, but you're coming out strong. You're trusting yourself. And you're relying on yourself a lot, and you're being careful of what people throw at you, what opportunities people give you. You want to make sure you use your discernment at all costs, and you don't allow other people's opinions here run things or sway you in any sort of direction. Leos don't want to be influenced by other people. You want to be influenced solely and purely by yourself going forward. So that's what I feel here for you. Take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. A little bit of an interesting message here for you guys, but you're coming back strong and you're coming back safe and you're playing things practically and you're not allowing yourself to get involved in any sort of risky business. You're doing things by the book and what works for you. And I think that you're definitely going to build some long-term stability out of this energy too. All right, Leo. So happy for those of you that are recovering, especially for Leos that might have dealt with financial problems. Happy to see that you're recovering financially here and you're taking this practical route of doing what you need to do to get back on your feet. And for Leos that got heartbroken in love, sometimes it's a good thing to take a step back and heal from what happened. And then most importantly, just be more discerning about who you associate with going forward. So that's not a problem here either. But yeah, taking the safe route, there's a time and place for everything, even including risk. But sometimes playing it safe and enjoying these practical energies can be a really great benefit to provide and create long-term stability. Okay, cool, Leo. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But thank you guys for coming out here nonetheless. Okay, all right, Team Leo, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we did our fire, we did our water, and we did our earth. We're going to jump on into the air signs in just a sec. Real quick, though, everybody, for the 140 peeps in the chat, if you could drop a like, I'd appreciate it. Thank you for everybody who's here so far today. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I hope you're having a fun time, and I hope you're having a great day. Thank you all very much. All right, and I also wanted to mention as well, besides dropping a like, if you're new here, consider subscribing. I'd appreciate it, and I'd be more than happy to welcome any new people here into the Soul family, but I hope everybody's day is going well. Hey, Aisha, how's it going? How are you? I hope you're doing great. What's going on, Danny B? How's everything? Roz is asking, what number is Gemini? Does anybody know? I'm actually doing Gemini next. So Gemini, you're coming up next. We'll get your reading done shortly. And what's going on, Eclipse Chaser? How's everything going on too? How is everybody doing on this Tuesday afternoon? Hope it's been good, man. Leslie said, I'm late again. Hi, peeps. Hey, Leslie. Hey, better late than never, right? Not too late anyways. We're almost done with the first batch, so you have tons and tons of time. But how are you? I hope you're doing great. Thank you, Julia, for plugging the Mercury Survival Candle. Yes, guys, if you want to get yourself your Mercury Survival Candle, as Mercury is currently in retrograde, link down in the description below. Go check it out. It's an awesome candle. It'll serve you well. Unapologetic Converse said, I hope all is well with you. Everything is. I hope all is well with you as well. Thank you. Super busy ant. You started at 5 a.m. Damn, eclipse chaser. It's one of those days, huh? Today was nice because I got up around like 9 o'clock. So I was like, okay, it's not too early, but it's not too late. So good day in terms of energy. Yesterday though, got up freaking late, man. Yesterday I was in my bed like for a good majority of the day. All right though, guys, you're doing fantastic, Danny V. I love that. I'm happy to hear that for you. Really, really awesome. Aisha, you're doing great. Happy to hear that for you too. Lee said, Leo here, just felt you online during the Leo reading. That's what's up. You got called. Happy that you received the call. That's what's up. But I hope everybody's doing great. And let's hop on into it now. We're going to go back on into our air signs, and we're going to go into our air signs in general. And let's have a look here at the Gemini, and we'll see what's popping. What do we got going on here for Team Gemini, baby? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information do we got showing up, please, for the zodiac sign of Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, my Gemini peeps, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves this last and final shuffle. And we'll see what we got going on here, baby. Hopefully all is well. Gemini, overall energy here for you is going to be the 9 of Cups. Energy of self-fulfillment for sure. Taking a look here at your current energy. 7 of Swords reversed. Looking at what it is you're dealing with. We do have here the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. And then looking at the outcome for you is going to go ahead and be the 9 of Pentacles in the upright position. So we got 2 9s coming in here for you. Liking that energy so far. Now, Gemini, 9 of Cups here to the 7 of Swords in reverse. Let's talk about it. I definitely feel like you're in this period of time right now where things are feeling a lot better because you're less in your head than you've previously been. 7 of Swords upright sometimes can be associated with self-deception. That could be the energy of overthinking, putting oneself down. You know, it could be the energy of setting yourself up for failure instead of setting yourself up for success. So I think that, you know, maybe in the past you were kind of in the self-deceiving type of energy, Gems, but moving into your next 24 hours, you're really all about getting out of your head, getting out of self-deceptive energies, and doing something nice for yourself. It might actually be a day where I'm hearing like some of you are treating yourself, like maybe you're treating yourself to like your own lunch or treating yourself to go out to dinner. You could be treating yourself, getting your nails done, or just like taking yourself shopping. Like you're doing something kind for some of you to yourselves in the next 24 hours. But either way, 9 of Cups it is the energy here of fulfillment. I think you've been so tired, especially if you've been in a frequent cycle of setting yourself up for failure, that it's like, why the fuck don't I root for myself? Why do I keep rooting or betting against myself? It's like, I'm really done betting against myself. I want to root for myself going forward. You feel what I'm saying, Gems? And I think it's important. And I think that all of us eventually snap and get to that point, because I'm certainly a person who's bet against myself way too many fucking times. And no matter how shitty the odds have been, I've always pulled through. You know what I mean? So like I had to learn inevitably, it doesn't matter what the fuck the odds are. Every time I've bet against myself, I still ended up pulling through and getting shit done. So with that being said, don't bet against yourself, start rooting for yourself. And I think that's exactly what you're doing here. Moving into your next 24 hours. I mean, taking a look at what you're dealing with here, 4 Pence reversed. It's about letting go here of what you've been holding on so tightly to. And I think what you've been holding on so tightly to, Gemini, is that energy of just betting against you. Looking at the outcome, 9 of Pentacles, somebody's confidence is coming back. And look, somebody here's glowing, right, Gemini? I like that. You're glowing, guys. You're looking pretty damn fantastic. 9 of Pentacles, energy of confidence, the energy of believing in yourself, trusting yourself, and knowing that everything's going to be okay. So if you're a Gemini and you've kind of been in this rough cycle for a while of betting against yourself, rooting against yourself, you know, I think you're snapping. You know, enough is enough. Something inside you is snapping. You're saying, listen, it's time to not only be my best self, but be my biggest fucking supporter. You know, we all have the capability of being our biggest haters. And I think most of us are programmed due to this 3D experience to be our biggest haters. But inevitably, when we can rise above becoming our biggest haters and become our biggest supporters, it's quite amazing the shit that we can achieve. So Geminis, I love this for you. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but thank you for coming out here nonetheless, okay? All right, guys, take care, Gems. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Real quick, Strawberry Milk is asking, is this based on rising signs? So for me, you can watch really any sign you want to. Naturally, I do Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You can watch all of those zodiacs, but literally your Mercury sign can resonate. Your Venus can certainly resonate, you know, your Pluto can resonate, right? So at the end of the day, any kind of sign in your chart always has the ability to resonate. That's why I always say don't base it too much on the zodiac. If you ever happen to hear a message that resonates resonates with you, and it's like, let's say you're a Taurus sun, but you're watching Libra's reading, and maybe you have Libra somewhere, like Libra in Mercury, right? You know, if it resonates to you, it resonates to you, right? So do keep that in mind. Okay, and by the way, this is also for Vedic astrology as well as Western. If you want to watch your Vedic signs, watch your Vedic signs. Not an issue, not a problem. Okay. All right, though, guys. Let's move on forward here for you. We finished up our first batch of zodiacs, which was the we finished up our air. So first batch is done. We're gonna go back into our second batch now, and going back into the Earth sign. Let's have a look here at Capricorn, and we'll see what's going on. What do we got going on here for Cappy? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here, please, for the zodiac sign of Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on here for you? You're welcome, Zephyr. Happy to hear. What do we got going on here for Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. Capricorn, you got an interesting vibe here. I don't know necessarily what it is just yet. Okay, Capricorn, this is giving me like the energy almost of kind of like embarrassment. Like, you know, when you get flustered and like you're very flush, you know, you kind of embarrass yourself a little bit, or you did something kind of embarrassing. I feel like most of the time when we're super embarrassed and we cringe at ourselves, we need to remember that anybody who witnessed an embarrassing event is going to forget that shit in the next 10 minutes. You might think about it for years to come, even though it doesn't really matter because other people are going to forget about it in 10 minutes. But I know that energy far too well. You know, Capricorn, I'm a person who like looks back sometimes. I'll think about something I did in the 6th grade and cringe about it and be like, damn, why did I do that? That was so weird. You know what I mean? But the truth is like nobody else fucking cares or remembers. So don't be too hard on yourself if something embarrassing happens moving in the next 24 hours, because people are not really going to give a fuck and they're not really going to remember it as time comes. Okay. So keep that in mind. Just throwing that out there for any Capricorn who might have a bit of an embarrassing moment in the next 24 hours. It's like, you're good. Don't gut yourself over it. Don't go ham on yourself. You know, just move forward with confidence. Okay. Listen, I do shit that embarrasses myself all the time. It is what it is. Just be unapologetically you. You'll be okay. All right? All right, guys. Hopping on into it, though, Cappy. Overall energy, Page of Cups in reverse. Having a look here at your current energy. We got here the 6 of Cups in reverse, what it is you're dealing with. We got the High Priestess reversed, and then looking in the outcome here for you is going to be the 2 of Cups in the upright position. Okay, Capricorn, what's going on? Page of Cups reversed here first and foremost, to the 6 of Cups in the reverse position as well. As far as what I feel here for you, Capricorn, I need to take a deep breath. I don't know why. That's what I felt prompted to do. Page of Cups reversed here, 6 of Cups. It's like, right now, you're definitely not trying to give any more energy to your past, but I think that at the end of the day, it's like, it feels like there's a walking reminder all the time of my past around me. Maybe there is. I'm hearing some of you might live with your ex. You might want to move out, just saying, since that's a very big, literal walking reminder of your past. But I get this feeling of like, you feel like you can't walk away from your past because there's so much reminders in your present life. Maybe there's some photos you got to delete off your phone. Maybe there is some things you have to go sell on Amazon, or some things you got to sell at a garage sale. Maybe there is some shit to throw out. Maybe there is a car to get rid of. Whatever the case may be, there seems to be open reminders of your past, whether it's the past you shared with a romantic partner like an ex, or whether it's the past of a moment of time that didn't make you very happy. But I keep seeing these consistent reminders show up, and I think that the more that you have these reminders in your life, the harder it's becoming to let it all go. Because if you're being constantly reminded of the past, it's like you're always in that energy. You know, it's very difficult to detach. So if there is anything you can do to fully detach yourself, maybe you need to delete some photos. Maybe you need to throw out some stuff, you know, whatever the case may be. You know, if there's shit you need to let go of, don't be afraid to do it here at this time. Mercury retrograde is going to be the time where we're kind of forced to confront our shit. I say this every time the retrograde happens. What Mercury does is it throws in our face what we need to heal, what we need to fix, the shit we need to focus on, and we can try to reject it. And if we reject it, we're not going to have a good time. But if we embrace and we focus on it and we do what we need to do, then we're going to feel a lot better. So what I get here right now for you guys moving into your next 24 hours, especially in terms of my advice, is that the best thing you can do, Capricorn, is take a look at what are your reminders of your past that are actively showing up in your present. And if you can do anything to limit them, if you can do anything to remove those reminders, especially if it's time to let go of those types of things or people, then definitely go for it. You know, for me, being a Cancer, I'm super sentimental, okay? And I remember when one of my ex-partners broke up with me at the time and I was super heartbroken. Do you know how long it took me to delete the damn photos or the videos we used to have together? Because my sad ass would be cuddled up in my bed at 3 a.m. fucking heartbroken with tears down my face looking at these old videos like, man, I wish you would take me back. You know what I mean? Did it help me? Fuck no. All it did was remind me of the past and keep me in a perpetual cycle of fucking sadness. So what did I need to do? I needed to delete all those photos, all those videos, let that shit go, out of sight, out of mind. And then I can start my healing journey once I deleted the reminders in my life, you know? So sometimes we got to do that. I think sometimes we're very sentimental and we're going to hold on to these things. And we hold on to these things because they're memories of the past. And some of those memories you cherish, but sometimes those memories trigger too much and it becomes too much for you to escape what's no longer here. You know, it takes you so far away from the present that you have to be willing to let go of it, right? So I feel here for any Capricorn that resonates with this, if you have waking reminders in your present life, you know, now's the time to get rid of those reminders so you can actually start focusing on the present and not be so damn reminded of the past. Okay? Take it if it resonates, guys. Leave it if it doesn't. But thank y'all so much for tuning in nonetheless. Okay? All right, though, Capricorn. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up our beautiful Earth. We're going to hop now back on into our water. And we'll take a look here at the lovely and amazing Cancer gang. What do we got going on here for the crabs, baby? Messages here for Team Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here, please, for the zodiac sign of Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on? All right, Cancerian, we're going to get ourselves this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what we got going on with you, baby. Hopefully, we're going to be looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Cancer, overall energy for you is going to be the Wheel of Fortune. So you could be dealing with a excuse me, goddamn. You could be dealing with a cough, apparently. Excuse me. Cancer, coming into your next 24 hours, you could be connecting here with a fixed sign, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, or Leo. Whew. Intense ass energy, apparently. Having a look here into your current energy, thank you. We do have here the Emperor in reverse, looking at what you're dealing with here, Nine of Swords in reverse, and then taking a look here at the outcome for you, we do have here the Knight of Wands in the upright position. So let's see what we got going on here for you at this time. Cancer, first things first, Wheel of Fortune reversed here, paired with the Emperor in reverse. Kind of gives me the feeling here right now that maybe you don't feel all that in your power. But you know what it is though, Cancer, and I tell you guys this all the time. When you don't feel in your power, when you don't feel in control, most of the time, if you're not feeling in control, it's because you're trying to control a situation that is outside of yourself. Okay? And what do I say, right? We can only control situations within us. We can only control situations that we can choose, right? We can control our choices. We can control what we say. We can control our actions. But we cannot control things that are outside of ourselves. First things first, we can't control, right, how a person thinks, how a person feels, how another person takes action, but we can only control what's within us, okay? So I feel like for you, Cancer, you're recognizing, why am I trying to control something external? Why am I trying to control something outside of myself? Now, looking at what you're dealing with here, Nine of Swords reversed. It's like the moment you stop trying to grab that control from what's beyond you, you instantaneously feel relief. And I love that, guys, because I've been there way too many times where I have beaten myself up over trying to do something I simply cannot do, like bend the free will of another person, bend the free will of another situation. And the more that I would try to do that, the more stressed out I'd become, the more unhappy I was, the more infuriated I would be, because I wanted something that I simply couldn't have. And I had to learn that if it's beyond my control, let it go. because the moment I try controlling something outside of myself, I will drive myself mad. So letting go brings in so much relief, guys. It brings in so much relief. You're so comfortable, you're so calm, and you feel much better than when you're trying to control everything. And looking at the outcome, Knight of Wands, automatically when you let go, Cancer, what happens? Things start aligning. Things start moving. Energy starts picking up. So Knight of Wands showing up here for you. This is going to be, it's kind of like a Six of Swords moment, but there's no like setting sail. But it's more like, listen, I'm going in a different direction. I don't know necessarily what the direction may be just yet, but I'm certainly moving in a different direction here. And I'm going to go where the flow takes me. So Cancers, I feel like your next 24 hours is about going with the flow and seeing what happens. You know, if something's beyond your control, leave it up to the universe, leave it up to God, however you want to say it or call it, and see what happens next. Sometimes we don't have all the answers, and sometimes not everything is planned. Sometimes shit just needs to happen, and we need to give it the space to happen. Does that make sense? You know, there's a lot of things that happen in my life I didn't expect or plan. There's a lot of things that just align that I didn't even think would. So sometimes we got to just allow ourselves to let go on the things we cannot control and focus on what it is we can control. And once we do that, we're golden. So Cancers, my advice is let go, let God, and don't be too worried right here at this moment in time about what you can't control, but instead embrace what you can and leave the rest up to the universe, okay? All right, beautiful Cancer. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you guys, though, for tuning in. Really appreciate you. Take it if it resonates and leave it if it doesn't, okay? All right, baby. So we did we did the water. So we did earth, we did water. We're going to move on into fire in just a second. Always leave it up to me, guys, to have the random cough attacks, by the way. Just throwing that out there. For some reason, that always happens to me, you know? Anytime I'm doing a reading, it's like everything's all fine and dandy, then my throat's like, you know what I mean? Anyways, either way, guys, did want to mention real quick before we continue, for the 187 peeps in the chat, if you could drop a like, that'd be sweet. Thank you guys for tuning in. Really, really appreciate you. Julia said, universe knows better, let go and let God. Yeah, seriously. There's a lot of moments in my life where I was just such a fucking control freak. And that's why I'm trying to say, when I did the Cancer reading, I'm trying to tell you guys, really embrace letting go. Because I've been in periods of time in my life where I've just been such a control freak and I've tried so fucking hard to control literally everything, and it doesn't work that way, right? I have my own free will, but other people have their own free will. I have my own choices, but other situations have their own choices as well. I've tried very hard to bend the universal law, but it doesn't work. And I think that sometimes you got to remember that, you know, there's just some shit that we can't change, and that's okay. I think in terms of like humans, right? Especially like humans who finally like learn about like law of attraction and like manifesting, like we're all like, okay, well, like we can do anything we want, but like there is limitations, you know? And I think that we have to be willing to be accepting of the things we can't change or the things that we can't control, because it's a part of life. And I think sometimes, as much as we're all creators in this world, you know, I do believe in God personally. And I believe that despite the creation we make, sometimes God's like, listen, I created something better. And if you will be open to this path, I can show you exactly what it is. And sometimes it's better to just listen to God's plan, you know? I think that's very important, guys, in life. For me personally, I've had many different kinds of creation, if you will, that I've attempted to create, but it wouldn't manifest for some reason. And then I realized, wait a second, something new happened for me, and that was God's plan, and I was meant to be on that path instead. So sometimes it's worth letting go, because you may think you want what you want, but sometimes the universe says, listen, you never knew you wanted this, but here it is, and you're very happy in the end nonetheless, you know? Just saying. All right, guys, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up our earth. We also just did our water, so we're gonna hop on into the fire. Let's go ahead and have a look here at the Ram Fam, and we'll see what's going on here for Aries. All right, guys, hopping on into Aries. Let's see what's popping, baby. Messages here for Team Aries. Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here, please, for the zodiac sign of Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on? All right, Team Ram Fam, let's go ahead and get ourselves this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's up with you, baby. Hopefully all is well. Aries, overall energy here is going to be the Five of Wands in reverse. You could be dealing with a fire sign, fellow Aries, Sag, or Leo. Having a look at the current energy, we do got here the Two of Cups, what it is you're dealing with, Empress in reverse, and then looking at the outcome here for you is going to be the Hangman in the reverse position as well. So for Aries next 24 hours, let's see what's going on here for you. You could be dealing with a Pisces. You also could be connecting with a Libra potentially for a few of you. Now, we got the Five of Wands reversed here to the Two of Cups. Kind of feels to me like right now things are very minimal, minimal chaos, minimal drama. There's really nothing going on. Everything seems pretty cool, calm, collected, quiet, peaceful, and you're like, okay, a little bit weird, but I kind of like it, okay? Having a look at what you're dealing with here, Empress in reverse. You know what this feels like to me? It feels like you've already achieved and attained so much growth that it's like you can finally get off your grind and actually give yourself time to enjoy yourself. Now, with all the Aries I know a lot of Aries that are just very inventive, very creative, but are always all about going forward. Like an Aries sometimes never wants to stop. They just want to keep building and building and building, and they don't really give much of themselves a time to rest and a time to relax. And I think that it's a little weird now that this relaxation energy is showing up for you, because it's kind of like you've achieved so much already, Aries. You've had so much growth already that now it's the time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. And you're like, the fruits of my labor, enjoying this. Like I kind of feel like I want to keep on doing something, but I get that feeling of you finally deciding to let go a little bit and let loose, because looking at the outcome for you, you got here the Hangman reversed. Hangman reversed here represents that you're in a space where you are able to let go of that energy of always having to be on your grind, and you can allow yourself to step back and enjoy what is yours, okay? You got here that Two of Cups, the enjoyment of what is yours. So I do see Aries here enjoying themselves, relaxing. Maybe you're taking a vacation. Maybe it's the energy of having a couple days off from work. Maybe it's not necessarily a vacation, but you just have, a day or two off work, which is really nice. And you're taking time to catch up with yourself and your rest. And it's awesome. I love it for Aries, guys. We can't be on go, go, go mode all the time. Remember, we're human. We got to recharge those batteries. Okay? So Aries, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but love this energy for you. Enjoy yourself as much as you can. And then when it's time to get back on your grind, go for it, okay? All right, my Ram fam, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you guys for coming on out. By the way, Sarah, you said watching from Manchester, England. Amazing reader, one of my favorite YouTube readers. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And shout out Manchester. That's what's up. Thank you so much for watching me. Really, really appreciate that. All right. Oh, speaking of vacations, there you go. Rastafarian's on vacation now. You've been driving and eating at 1 p.m. Love that for you. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, man. I can't wait to, man, until I end up getting my vacation time going in. I've been planning for a while, but like I need to get the plan perfect. I've been on go, go, go mode for like 3 years, but I need to make sure that when I do have a vacation, everything's like perfect. So like I'm not taking it until I know that it's like, it's the perfect time. It's the perfect place. It's the perfect thing. I don't know why I'm like in the energy of perfection right now. I probably shouldn't be, right? Because nothing is perfect, but I don't know. Still figuring out vacation spots and what I want to do here in general. All right, though, guys, let's move on forward. So we did so far our fire, we did our water, we did our earth. Are we on air signs, guys? I believe we do, because we just finished up fire. So jumping into the air sign, let's have a look here at Aquarian and see what's going on for the Aqua, babe. Messages here for Team Aqua. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Aquarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on? All right, Team Aquarius, we're going to get ourselves this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's going on with you, baby. Hopefully, all is well. Aqua, overall energy for you is the King of Swords in reverse. So you could be connecting here possibly with a air sign like a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, having a look at your current energy, Wheel of Fortune in the upright, what it is you're dealing with, Aqua. We got here the Ace of Swords in reverse, and then looking at the outcome here for you is going to go ahead and be the Nine of Swords in the upright position. So Aquarius, interesting vibes. Let's see what's going on here though overall. Now you got here the King of Swords, you also got here the Wheel of Fortune. Something's changing, but I think it's kind of freaking you out how much it's changing, because you yourself are changing as a person. I think you're noticing that your wall's dropping a lot. And it's dropping a lot because you don't really have the need to protect yourself so much anymore as you previously did. What do I mean by this, Aquarius? Well, what's the King of Swords in the upright position? King of Swords upright is pushing people away, not being open emotionally, being pretty closed off as a person because it's a means of self-preservation and protection. Now that it's in the reverse, you're not really in a space and time anymore where you're holding on to having the need to protect yourself. And I think it's weird that you're not in that energy of protection and you're kind of just going with the flow. And I think it freaks you out a lot because looking at the outcome, 9 of Swords, it's like me being open and not so closed off and me being vulnerable. It freaks me the fuck out because people have the opportunity to hurt me. It's like I'm not wearing armor. And if somebody comes up with a sword and pokes me, then they're not going to hit me in the armor. They're going to hit me in the chest. Right? So you're really in that space where it just seems very risky. And at the same time, it is risky, but it's like you want, though, to be more vulnerable because you're becoming more of a vulnerable person. You're changing as a person overall. You're recognizing that maybe I shouldn't be wearing my armor as much as I used to, but it's just so damn weird taking it off. Yeah, take it from a person who was hella closed off. I was so closed off for years that even my friends didn't know anything I was dealing with or going through. I was also a master at keeping the craziest poker face you've ever seen in your life. If you play me in poker, I'll kick your ass. Okay? I won't kick your ass, but I got a good poker face. I do. All right. So I was in that same exact position, Aquarius, where I'm not letting nobody in. Nobody's ever going to hurt me, but also nobody's ever going to love me either. You know? And when I started tapping into my vulnerability, it freaked me the fuck out. I was very worried and concerned that I was going to get taken advantage of, or people were going to see me differently, and then people were going to see me as weak, and then they were going to use that to their advantage, blah, 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 blah. The truth is that when you become more vulnerable, people are attracted to that. When you become more vulnerable, people are attracted to that authenticity. People don't give a fuck that you're more vulnerable. They never looked at you as weak, being a vulnerable person. They're just more attracted to you because you're more open and you're more authentically yourself. So if you can keep showing people more of who you are, it gives them more of an opportunity to be attracted to the person of who you are, and it enforces deeper bonds and deeper connections. Now, where's the downside to that? Well, I can get really close to somebody and they can leave. Sure. But in life, guys, people are going to leave anyways. You know, everything is temporary. This life we're living is temporary. So if everything's going to end one day, why don't we make the most of it and enjoy what we can have? You know, I think a lot of the time when people are very closed off, they're closed off because they're in a space where they just want to protect themselves from getting hurt. But I think that they forget experience and they forget the good in life, because even if the good in life is just as temporary as the bad, would you rather experience some good and still experience the bad, or only experience the bad and push away everything else overall? You know, so I think here for you, Aquarius, it's a scary feeling, but it's scary but necessary. You know, you want to have good times in life. You want to be open with people. You want to connect with the world and connect with individuals. You're tired of being scared. You don't want to get hurt necessarily, but fuck it. If I get hurt, I get hurt. It's better to put myself out there, wear my heart on my sleeve, and at the same time have good experiences with people rather than push away everything at all, including the good stuff. And I agree. You know what? That's why my life changed so much. It changed so much because I said, fuck it. I want to experience some good shit too. I want to connect with people deeply. I want to love people, and I want to have fun, and I want to get to know who these people are in my life. And if I didn't get to have those good times and those good connections, if I stood closed off, then you know what? Bad shit still would have kept happening nonetheless. I just would have pushed away the good too. So keep yourself open. It's freaky. It's scary, but it's necessary. We're going to experience the good, the bad, the ugly in life, but it's best to be open to all of it at least, because you wouldn't want to experience life with nothing good at all. So be open to the good shit, okay? And don't be so scared, all right? All right, Aquarius, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you guys for tuning in. Of course, do take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but thank you guys for coming out here nonetheless, all right? All right, Aqua, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up our second batch of zodiac signs here for the daily read. We're going to hop on into our last and final batch now in just a sec. We got over 234 peeps in the chat. If y'all could drop a like, I'd appreciate it. Thank you for joining. Really, really means a lot to me. And Queen Vibes, thank you. Thank you so much for the $20. Appreciate that. You said, thank you, Anthony. I have an Aries sun and an Aquarius moon. The daily messages are always on point. Well, you're very welcome, my love. Thank you for your generosity. I really appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. Okay. All right, guys. Appreciate all of you. I hope you guys are doing great here today, man. Oh, I love that for you, Dolores. I do. You said, I've been closed off for 12 years. I've been an emotional wreck for 8 months, and I'm finally standing tall. You know what, though? People see that it takes work and it freaks them out how long it takes. But you went through a fucking lot and look at where you are now. Hard work pays off, right, Dolores? You're living proof that hard work pays off. You know, a lot of people will be like, man, I just don't want to do the work. Shit, it might take time, but you know what's going to happen? The more you delay the work, the more time it's going to take for you to get back on track. Let's talk about that for a second. The more people delay putting in the work, the more it's going to take them more time to get back on track. So for anybody who's ever freaked out of being on a long journey of self-transformation or of getting their life back on track, think about how much longer it can take if you keep delaying it, you know? But I'm proud of you, Dolores, and I'm happy to hear that for you. And I think that for anybody right now who is looking at their life and is like, you know what? I'm closed off, or I'm unhappy and I don't want to let all the feelings in and I don't want to let all the emotions in because that shit's going to hurt and it's going to suck. It's going to fucking hurt and suck. I'm not going to bullshit you. It's going to hurt and it's going to fucking suck. But you know what? Inevitably one day you wake up and it doesn't fucking hurt anymore. And things start to change and you start to learn to be more positive and you start applying more things like love in your life and you start feeling better. It genuinely pays off to put in the work. And I know it's going to suck for a while, but you got to be willing to pull through. It's a temporary situation that inevitably is going to become something so much better. So for anybody who's watching right now, please know that it will get better in time, but it has to sometimes get a little intense before it gets better. And you got to be willing to fight through it. You got to be willing to know that the storm inevitably will pass. All right? All right, guys. Appreciate all of you, and I hope that that message sits with somebody well. Marianne said, I figured that out the hard way nonetheless, but I figured it out, and thank you, God. Yeah. I found that out the hard way too, for sure. I really have. You know, I've been in many places in my life, and I always tell you guys, it's funny. I think you guys think I don't know if you think I bullshit sometimes, but I find it funny personally because I'm almost 24 years old, but I have so much experience in my life, and I'm only 24. But I've had a lot of life experience. I mean it. But I've been in my life in so many places where I just felt like giving up, and I looked at having to do the work, and I was like, fuck that. Let me just keep numbing myself. It didn't help me. Delaying the work made shit so much worse for me. And even though it sucked, ripping off the Band-Aid and letting all the feelings and emotions in, it's so fucking powerful to stop running from your feelings and emotions anymore. And it's so powerful to experience that pain because it lets you know, one, that you're fucking human, and two, it lets you know that you can get through anything after you get through it. You know? It lets you know that you can get through anything after you get through it. And that's the most powerful part too. So keep that in mind, everybody, for sure. Keep that in mind because it really can help and empower and change your life. Okay? All right, guys. Let's move on forward. We're going to go back on into our Earth sign. And we're going to have a look here at Taurus, okay? So let's see what's going on here for the Bull Gang, baby. Messages here for Team Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. By the way, Anna Marie says, I think I'm going to rest more. Didn't think 24 hours was going to make me feel this tired still, but have a good rest of your day, you too. Thank you, Anna Marie, for stopping by nonetheless. Get your rest up, okay? All right, though, guys, what do we got going on here for Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got showing up here for the Bull Gang? All right, guys, one more shuffle over here, and we'll see what's up. Hopefully all is well. Starting out with the overall energy, we do have here the 8 of Wands. So Taurus, you could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Sag, or Leo. Having a look at your current energy, we do have here the Moon. What it is you're dealing with, we have here the Knight of Wands, and then looking at the outcome, Taurus, we do have here the Queen of Swords in the reverse position. So let's go ahead and talk about it. First things first, Bull Gang, we got here 8 of Wands to the Moon card in the upright position. You could be connecting with a Pisces. I think that this is definitely about being very open and expressive of your feelings towards someone, but I also get the feeling here too that when you open and you express your feelings to somebody here, they seem fairly disconnected. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys, but they feel fairly disconnected, Taurus. Knight of Wands. Someone who's not taking the time to hear you out, someone who's not taking the time to listen to the conversation, you know, not here to listen to you at all. Knight of Wands is kind of like somebody who's distracted. And I think that that is the proof in the pudding that you needed to see the type of person you were dealing with. It's like, if I can't even open up to you, and if you can't even take the time out to listen to me, and if you only come around when it's convenient for you, because Knight of Wands, that's what we call the traveler, right? In the tarot, you're dealing with the traveler. They come when it's convenient, they leave when it's not convenient for them. It's a person who's in it for what they want. And I think that that's what you're starting to come to terms with in the next 24 hours. It's like you try to hunker down and open up to somebody, goes in one ear, out the other. And if they're not showing that they care, guess what they're going to be met with, you know? Looking at the outcome, Queen of Swords reversed. It's like, if you can't even sit here and show me you care, then why think that I'm going to continue to be here? So looking at your next 24 hours, Taurus, Queen of Swords in reverse, that's the energy of keeping it popping, pushing, and moving forward. I don't think you want to stick around here on this person because they kind of showed you exactly who they were. You know, if you can't be here for me when I'm going through something and you can only be around me when I'm doing well, then that shows me that you only care for me for your own personal intent. And with that being said, it's not something I'm going to tolerate. And I absolutely don't blame you, Taurus, okay? So, of course, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but thank you, my Bull Gang members, for tuning on in nonetheless, okay? All right, Taurus, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So, we finished up our beautiful Earth signs for today's daily read. We're going to hop now back on into our water, and going into water signs, let's have a look here at the Pisces gang. What's going on here, baby? Messages for Team Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours? What do we got going on? All right, my beautiful fish. We'll get 2 more shuffles over here, and we'll see what's going on, baby. Hopefully, all is looking well. Pisces, overall energy for you is going to be the King of Cups. So you could be connecting here possibly with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Having a look here at your current energy, 3 of Pentacles in reverse, what it is you're dealing with. We do have here the Star card, and then taking a look here at the outcome for you is going to go ahead and be the Fool card in the upright position. So let's see what's going on here for the fish. First things first, King of Cups reversed, or sorry, King of Cups upright to the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Kind of feels like in your next 24, it's like even if something isn't working out, like you're still keeping a positive mindset. So I do feel like this is about keeping up a positive mind and keeping up positive energy. And I think that, of course, the more positive momentum we can gain, the more we can turn situations around in our lives. So that's a good start for sure. Yeah, looking at what you're dealing with, the star, you know, the star is like wish fulfillment, a wish upon a star. You have hope here in fate that things are going to continue to work out for you. So it's like you're rooting for yourself, even if the odds aren't in your favor, you know? I just talked about this earlier in today's daily reading about how every time, I think it was Gemini's reading, I was saying how every time I bet against myself, I still won, even if the odds were shit. And I think sometimes we have to remember that we have had worse odds and have come out successful. So Pisces, you're not betting against yourself in the next 24 hours. What you're indeed doing is you're lifting yourself up and you're holding on to know that you're going to be okay and get through anything you need to. So Star card here says, I know I'm going to be just fine. Looking at the outcome for you, the Fool, right now what it is you're letting go of is you're letting go of the energy of fear. You're letting go of the energy of negativity. You're not standing in the way of yourself. You're not standing in the way of your success or clouding your mind or life with negativity. You're saying, listen, everything's going to be okay. And just by you surely believing that is indeed exactly what's going to happen. Everything will always turn out okay. So for any Pisces right now that are feeling like I'm in a little bit of a rough place right now in terms of odds, but I'm not betting against myself, I'm rooting for myself, know that you're going to win in the end. Okay? All right, beautiful Pisces. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you guys, though, for tuning in. Of course, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But thanks for coming out nonetheless, okay? All right, my fish. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. By the way, Strawberry Milk said, this is my first time viewing your content, and I have to say, up until now, your readings have really resonated with me, and have been super spot on. You really have a gift. Oh, well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Well, hopefully you enjoy, and hopefully you stick around. I'd be more than happy to see you around here more often, and I'm happy that you're enjoying your time here so far. Thank you, Strawberry Milk. I appreciate that. All right, guys. So we finished up all of the water. We also did all the earth, jumping into the fire. Let's have a look here at Team Sagittarius. What do we got going on here for the Saggy, baby? Messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here, please, for the zodiac sign of Saggy, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on for the Sagittarius gang? Let's go ahead and check it out, guys. Overall energy for you. And we have here the moon in reverse. You could be connecting with a Pisces potentially, looking at your current energy, Ace of Cups in reversed, what it is you're dealing with, Nine of Wands in the upright position, and then looking at the outcome, Sag, we do have here the Emperor in the upright position as well. So let's check it out, okay? First things first, moon in reversed here, Ace of Cups in reversed here too. Yeah, you're kind of very emotionally detached from something, I feel. For some of you, it could be your job, especially if like you're the boss. Emperor card could be a boss. You might be currently owning your own business, or this might be the energy of like being a manager or like being in a high position at a certain kind of job or career field. You might not be feeling it right now. You might start to notice that you're getting very emotionally detached or uninvested, or you're feeling this giant lack of passion at this time. So for some of you guys, you might be noticing that in terms of creativity, you're starting to see that as motivation's depleting in a certain area of your life, and as passion's decreasing in a certain area of your life, your creativity might be ramping up to create something new. So just throwing that out there for a few Sagittarians, you might notice that your sacral's really starting to pop, and you're getting into this space where you're thinking of new ideas, you're thinking of new businesses, maybe you're thinking of new career paths. So this might be a time where you're being called to something new. You know, we can be passionate about things, and that passion can last for many years, but sometimes eventually that passion might fizzle out. It might not be the same for you anymore, and that's okay. You know, usually it's just like, hey, our creativity has something even better to create for ourselves. So with that being said, let's move into the new. Let's jump into the next best thing. Let's jump into where our creativity leads us and takes us. You know, just because there's been longevity in a certain kind of passion doesn't mean you have to try everything to keep that passion alive. Sometimes passion just dulls out. Sometimes passion lasts forever, okay? Some people are passionate about something for their entire lives. Other people might not be. So at the end of the day, if things do shift and change, don't be afraid to go with the flow. Because I do feel like in a way, Nine of Wands, you're a little afraid right now to go with the flow, Sag. It's kind of like, I don't know. I've just been so used to being so passionate about something, or I've just been so used to this job, or I've just been so used to this business I started. And it's kind of weird separating myself from it, but don't be afraid to grow. Sometimes growth means leaving behind what isn't serving anymore in life and, you know, embracing what new thing is going to come next. And especially if your creativity is popping, allow yourself to see where your new passions take you. Okay? All right, Team Saggy, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you for coming on in, though, and definitely take it if it resonates and leave it if it doesn't, okay? All right, guys, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up our Sag. By the way, Dolores, thank you so much for becoming a member. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. All right, guys, Libra is the last zodiac sign. Do bear with me, everybody. I know that Libra is one more sign to go, but I do need a really tiny break just to go drink some coffee and kind of get my energy level back up. As you know, reading tarot is a very draining thing to do. So do give me about a second or so. We'll be right back, and then we'll come back to Libra, and then we'll finish off the reads for today. So guys, hang on out. I would appreciate it. Also, if you're in here now, just stick around to the end. I do have something to talk to you guys about. So we'll chat about that once we finish up. Okay? All right, guys, BRB, and thank you for your patience.
I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun. I don't wanna fall in love, 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 fall in love. I don't wanna fall in love. I don't wanna fall in love.
Alrighty guys, we're back. Thank you for your patience, really appreciate it. And hopping on into our last but not least zodiac sign, let's see what we got going on here for the Libra gang. What do we got going on here, baby? Messages here for Team Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here, please, for the zodiac signs of Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Zodiac in the next 24 hours. Let's go ahead and take a look. Libra, what do we got going on here for you? Real quick, we did have a jumper. Six of Swords reversed. There could be something coming back around to you. It doesn't feel like, you know, a person in the past or anything like that. It actually feels like something tangible. If you've lost something, you've lost earrings, a necklace, you know when like, you put something somewhere, but like you can't find it for the fucking life of you. I really feel like you're finding it in the next 24 hours. So this could be finding something that was lost. Okay. A great thing, by the way, pray to Saint Anthony. Okay. I'm telling you, trust me, pray to Saint Anthony. Never ever fails me. Okay. Anytime that I feel like something's lost or I lost something in general, just give Saint Anthony a good prayer and you'll find what it is you need. Okay. All right, though, Libra, let's hop on into it and see what's going on. Starting out here with the overall energy, Two of Pentacles. Could be dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Having a look here at the current energy, Six of Wands in reverse, looking at what it is you're dealing with. We do have here the Seven of Cups, and then having a look here at the outcome for you, we do have here the Ten of Swords. So taking a look here at your next 24, let's see what's going on. First things first, Two of Pence, all the way to the Six of Wands in reverse. You could be dealing with, once again, an earth sign, even a fire sign too, but I kind of get the feeling right now where success has been pretty up and down. Okay, it's been pretty up and down for you is what I'm feeling for you guys. I mean, looking at what you're dealing with, Seven of Cups, you know, I think you're starting to get a little confused here. It's like, what do I do with my path since I've been dealing with so much inconsistency? And I think that sometimes inconsistency is an underlying answer to maybe it's time to change up what we're doing. You know, looking at the outcome for you, we do have here the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords here is a card that represents endings. And with endings, of course, bring what? New beginnings, right, Libra? Now, here's my thing. Do you need to give up on something? Not necessarily, but sometimes it's good to look at a situation and be like, is the inconsistency I'm receiving enough for me? Giving up on a situation when you have all the potential in the world to make something grow is very important, right? Don't give up on it, keep going. But letting go is different than giving up though. Letting go of something that maybe isn't consistent enough for you, that isn't equating to your value, that isn't giving you what you need, is a different story than quitting, right? So there's a major difference between quitting and letting go. I think that if you're a Libra right now and there's some sort of inconsistency in your life and it's happening constant and it's not equating to what you value or to what you value and what you deserve, maybe it is time to let it go and just know that what comes next will probably be better. So for any Libras that are watching, I wouldn't be in the perspective right now of if you decide to walk away from something that looks like quitting. If you're walking away from any sort of inconsistency that's genuinely not giving you what you need or what you deserve in your highest good, if you're walking away from something inconsistent that's not providing value, you're doing yourself a favor because you're setting yourself up for a new experience that can equate the value you deserve. Instead, you're letting go, and letting go sometimes is a good thing because that's what we need to get to our next destination, right? So Libras, I wouldn't look at this as quitting. I would look at this as letting go, but you're letting go in that manner to level up. Okay, so of course, take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but thank you guys for tuning in nonetheless. Yeah, I had to learn that on my journey too, right? I've had plenty of things I didn't want to quit. I had plenty of things I didn't want to let go of because I just thought that, man, I'm just giving up too easily. But sometimes you got to look at it and be like, is this really worth it? Is this really worth what I deserve? And if it's not, then you got to allow yourself to see what else is out there. You know, what comes next, right? All right, though, Libra, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. With that all being said, dun, 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 guys, thank you all so much for coming out here to the daily reading. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you, everybody, for spending time with me. Of course, for the 220 people in the chat, if you could drop a like, that'd be sweet. Thank you for hanging out. And if you're interested in subscribing, for anybody who's new, I'd be more than happy to welcome you here into the Soul family. So if you want to come on down and subscribe, I'm more than happy to have you. I did want to say as well, guys, for everybody who sent in donations, thank you so much for that. They help out a lot more than you know. Thank you for your generosity. And of course, welcome to any new members. Thank you guys for becoming members of the channel. What I did want to talk about, y'all, is today I actually uploaded a pick a card reading for May. So if you haven't seen that yet, check it out. there is a quick pick a card reading video currently posted on my channel. So if you want to check it out, feel free to. Coming up this week and next week, I'm going to be doing the May readings. I've already been working on those, so stay tuned. May readings are coming out here for all zodiacs, so stay tuned for those. Now, one thing I did want to mention, there's a big spring sale coming. Well, it's already posted, it's already going, so if you guys want to partake, feel free to. There's going to be a spring sale from now until May 31st on personal readings. So if you guys want to get a 15-minute personal reading with me, it is 20% off. Use code POPPIN at checkout, POPPIN, for an additional 20% off of your purchase. So if you guys want to get a personal reading with me, 20% off from now until the end of May. It's only on the 15-minute personal reads, the real like extended readings, not the 2 for 20 questions. 2 for 20 questions are still the same, but if you want to get an official personal read with me, you will have that 20% off discount and that coupon. So feel free to use code POPPIN once again, POPPIN, for 20% at checkout. Okay, just wanted to let you guys know about that as well. All right though, guys. Of course, if you want to follow my social medias, all that information and good stuff is going to be in my description box below. Of course, if you're interested in any tarot decks I use and things of that nature, check out my description too. I got some affiliate links down there if you guys want to go ahead and check out some decks. But either way, everybody, happy Tuesday to you all. I hope you have yourselves a fantastic day. Thank you as always for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it, and I'm going to catch everybody in the next video. All right, much love to my soul family, and guys, take care and have yourselves a good one. Peace.